China, which takes place and starts at the end of August. Here are the games tonight. Bulgaria and Russia, massive importance to that game is going on at the moment. Finland play France. Bosnia are playing Czech Republic. And that is the standings. Finland are in the running for third place, but to make sure that they go into their final game on Sunday against Russia, who are currently in third, Finland are in fourth, they must win this game. If they lose and Russia beat Bulgaria, which is ongoing at the moment, then Finland's chance of returning to the FIBA World Cup after debuting in the 2014 edition in Spain is over. Here is the French outfit, a team being put together for this last window by Vincent Collet, who has spoken openly in interviews this week. We must keep winning momentum and finish off the qualifiers with a positive mindset. Players doing whatever they can to help the team. He knows there's been a high turnover of players because of availability of NBA and EuroLeague players, but the global ranking is important as the top 8 teams in the FIBA World Rankings get a #1 seed in each of the 8 World Cup groups in China, so he knows exactly what his team must do, and he can rely on the likes of Matthias Lasor, who came up big against Finland earlier in this campaign, Axel Julien, Axel Bouty, young star in the making, and an even younger star in the making. Really looking forward to looking at, and for all of us to watch, Theo Meldon at 17 years old, the French captain at the recent FIBA Under-17 World Cup. But our attention turns to Finland in front of their home supporters, where they lost so agonisingly in overtime by 2 points to Russia. But their focus is on the here and now. They don't want to worry about other permutations. What Russia are doing at the moment, they are totally focused on getting a great start in this game. And the likes of Jamal Wilson, who's cut out of his face, is right there in front of you. Him and Salin have got to go massive tonight, along with Sean Huff. And some other Finns have got to step up and have the games of their lives. Here comes the Finnish team. Here's Huff. Sean Huff averaging 11.2 points a game, 4.1 rebounds, 1.3 assists. Sasu Salin from Unicaja Malaga Baloncesto. He's averaging 14 points a game, 40% plus from the three-point range. And he's number 3 in the team with assists. And Jamal Wilson waiting to come in, 31. He is huge. He has spoken this week about the importance of this game. Fight for every point, happy to be the underdog. We know our backs are against the wall. We've got to go out, all out, leave everything on the hardwood. This is the biggest game of my career, and that was Jamal Wilson. So we're set just moments away from the start of this one in Espoo, Finland. It's Finland versus France, but we will pause for the national anthems. First will be France. And now the hosts, Finland. hairs standing up on the back of your neck. The atmosphere here at the Metro Arena in Finland is electric, and it is an event of massive proportions. Finland must win to not have to worry about what Russia are doing, then it will go down to the final game. France with a win tonight will win the group. They top it at the moment at 9-1. They're only lost to Bulgaria. Here's the referees: Sergei Zashchuk, Sasa Maricic and Tanol Suslov from Ukraine, Serbia and Estonia. And always a top third team on the floor with these World Cup qualifiers. And so important now, the magnifying glass in the eyes of the basketball supporters and fans around the world of France and Finland are fixed firmly in Espoo in Finland and the Metro Arena. Here is the French squad. Look out for Amath Mbaye. He's been playing really well, had a really good game against the Czech Republic. Alexandre Chasson, Theon Maledon, fantastic young prospect. Matthias Lassalle had a big game against Finland in game day 8. And Axel Bouty. And here's the starters. Mbaye, Maledon starts at 17 years old. Albici, Lassalle and Bouty. Now Maledon is the captain of the French under-17 World Cup squad, who just played last summer. And he's playing for Asvel in the French League and also in the Euro Cup. And he's putting up some big numbers for a young man. Projected to be a top 10 draft pick in 2020. And over to Finland. Look out for Sasu Salin, Sean Huff, Jamar Wilson. Now, other players need to step up. Maybe it'd be their young gun, Mikael Jantunen, who's committed, who's currently at the Helsinki Academy, and he gets a start. And he will be going to Utah University. Huff, Salin, Cotti, the veteran Wilson, and the new starlet, Jantunen, who put up big numbers for Finland in the European Under-18 Championships last summer. So we've got some great talent on show. Koponen is not here for Finland, but they've done it without him before. He'd be hoping to be at the game against Russia on Sunday. And of course France missing some of their NBA and EuroLeague stars, but they still put out a strong together squad, and it's all about the team doing whatever it takes to win and top this group. As Coach Kolle has said, we've got to keep the momentum going, keep playing together, positive mindset, and make sure we get a #1 seed in one of the 8 groups at the FIBA World Cup. And there's a reason why France are top of this group. They're the #1 in assists in the European qualifications at 22.1. That's +5 over Finland. As we look at Vince Kolle, he has achieved so much. He's been the national team coach since 2009, won Eurobasket in 2013, was at the last World Cup where they were 3rd in 2014. And over to Henrik Detterman. He has been coaching for an age, 1992 to 1997 he coached the Finnish national team, and then has been back at the helm since 2004. He also got a 3rd place at the FIBA World Cup in 2002 when he was head coach of Germany. And he won the FIBA Europe Cup in 2004 with Mitteldeutscher. So 2 top coaches. Detterman is 60, Kolle 55. Huge experience. Of course, Kolle achieved much as a player as well in the French league, has won the French Pro A with Le Mans and Asvel, and has played in the Basketball Champions League more recently with Strasbourg. And there is Theo Maledon, a future star. And there's Cotti for Finland. 37 years old, so there's a real stretch of experience in the Finnish team. And France have gone young. They've got nobody over the age of 29, and their youngest who's starting is 17. But it's great to see the trust that both these coaches are giving to youth. Jantunen, who's played well so far in these qualifiers, at 6'9". Excuse me, 6'8" at the Helsinki. And what a moment for him. Jantunen is right there as we get underway. And it's Jamal Wilson against the French prodigy, number 11, Théo Maldon. The crowd will be a massive sixth man for Finland tonight. Pull-up is just short. Wilson looks slightly off balance. Andrea Albici playing for Andorra in the ACB. He's played 10 games, averaging 3.9 points a game, 4.3 assists, so he'll be sharing the ball. Inside is out. No good for Matthias Lasor. I said earlier, had a really big game, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, a plus 24 efficiency when these teams met in game day 8. Jantunen, shots up for Salin. He needs to get going, and he's in and out. Only have 5 points in the reverse fixture. They want to do a lot better, and that was 27 minutes of play. Both teams so close, but yet so far. It's crazy here in Espoo. And Maldon nearly had it stolen by Wilson. Shots up by Boutiers off. Rebound Wilson, and this game is 0-0, but there's plenty of action without the ball actually going through the hoop. It's Group K. France will win the group, regardless of what Czech Republic do tonight with a win. And there's the first foul of the game. Sean Huff, number 7 in white. If you've just joined us, Finland are in white and France are in the dark blue, Le Bleu. So Boutet at Limoges. Was it Alain Chalon? And Sean Huff. So 79.2% from the free throw line. Playing for the Skyliners, GmbH. Knocks that down. He's 34 years old now. Won the Finnish league with a spoon honker in 2002-03. And the crowd make noise, trying to help Finland on their defensive efforts. Lessul penetrate, kick. Boutet has to pass it round the outside. Tough contested shot is off and it's out of bounds, but still French ball. Good job by Lessul. 6 rebounds last time these teams met. He's averaging 8.8 points a game and 5.8 rebounds, so putting up some good numbers. That's off left, in between a bank shot and a swish. France still scoreless. Wilson. His skills are much needed tonight, and his experience. And this man, Salin to Wilson, nice 1-2 punch. And the help came, but then stopped because Salin was there as well. You pick your poison, and in the end, Wilson went all the way to the hoop. 3-0, Finland. Boutet again, flat and short. Just got to get a touch more arc there, the Limoges young star. Wilson, Huff, just catch and shoot. They're just trying to see what their shot of the day is. Now the range is, shots up, and that looks a pretty good shot from Amath Mbaye, the Bologna star in the Basketball Champions League. 12 points a game in his 2 games that he's played for France. Best being 18 points against the Czech Republic in the last window. Wilson, it's tied at 3 early, great pass, but Tuka Kotti wasn't ready. He was too upright when he received that pass. But what a great wraparound effort from Wilson. Substitution, Kotti takes a seat. There's a whistle. Nice fake, but the ball was stripped. Jantunen was right there. Just a good all-round player, the young 18-year-old with 18 on his back. Seppälä. Shots up, and it's good for Sasu Salin. Great signs for Finland as they take the lead. Just a catch and shoot coming from our right to left, and he was set and ready to go. Lahu Kanete with the ball for France. Real test for Les Bleus. Shots up, and they're up to it, and it's Maldon. No worries at all about this young man, projected to be in the top 10 of the NBA draft in 2020. If he continues at the rate he is. And the ball is stolen and behind the back, but he could have scored, Albici. So they missed that fast break opportunity and have to set up at half court. Penetrate, kick, shots up, and it's just off. And the offensive rebound is no good for Lesoy. Wasn't boxed out, Huff gets it. Tied at 6. Just over halfway through the first quarter. It's as we expected, frenetic. It's all action and excitement. Seppälä. Good defense from France. That's the deep three, it's short. And great hustle by Finland. And they run out of shot clock. Good job by France. Albici. Lahu Kanete inside. And Lesoy gets it back out. Long range effort is just off, but they're struggling to deal with Lesoy, and that's twice he's lost possession of the ball. When he's gone up for a shot, Salin, no hesitation. That's long, kept alive by Finland, and they're out of bounds. So keyed up. Nice behind the back. It's breaking down the Finnish defense. Jamal Wilson's got such an important job trying to deal with Albici, and then he'll have Axel Julien coming in as well, the Dijon playmaker. And there's Ousmane Camara, 6.5 rebounds a game in his couple of games for France. And here's Albici all the way to the hoop, kicks it, extra pass all the way across, back to Albici, short. Another offensive rebound. They're starting to dominate France, and that leads to an extra possession and a big three for Albici. He's averaging 3.9 points a game. He's played all 10 of the qualifiers as the Andorra star. Huff misses. Just need to get a grip, get a foothold in the game, because the shot's up, and it's good. And that is a big-time moment for Jakuba Uetra, and it's timeout Finland here in Espoo. Great pass ahead. The ball always moves quicker with the pass. Straight line down the sideline. And Uetra, averaging 8.5 points a game, the Monaco star, forces a Finnish timeout. You'll see this a lot. The assistant coaches will speak to the players at timeouts.
Next time when they come, stop the ball, all right? Stop the ball, step water. Here we go.
There's ominous signs now for Finland. They're down in this game, and Russia are winning convincingly 65-36 versus Bulgaria. They're in the third quarter. And as I said in the intro, if Russia win against Bulgaria, Finland have to beat France. But they have to remember Jamal Wilson's words, and so does he. Their backs are against the wall. They've got to scrap for every point. And this is their first test. They're down by 6. A couple of big threes by France, Albici and Kamara. Excuse me, Uetra. So Tobias Palmi is in. He played 7 minutes against France last time, 3 points. That's a tough shot. If they're going to be relying on those type of shots, trying to slice through the defense, there's going to be problems for them. They need to find good shots. Kamara hands off to Abishi, who's just running the show. Uetra inside. Amin Nua, and ball's loose. Another offensive rebound. 3-pointer just short. And this time, a Finnish hand gets on the ball. That was Tuukka Kotti, veteran, nearly stolen. Shots up, and it's good by Tobias Palmi. Players have to step up in the absence of Koponen and, of course, Markkanen, who's with the Chicago Bulls in the NBA. Heroes are to be made, and this stage is set for heroes on both teams to step up and be counted. Shots up for 3 is just off. Offensive rebound is contested, and again France will get an extra possession. So France are in total control against Bulgaria. That means Finland have to win this game. If Russia end up beating Bulgaria, which it looks as though it is, they have to beat France, and then they have to beat Russia by more than 2 points, which is what Russia beat them by in overtime when those two teams met earlier in the qualifying campaign. There's a whistle. There's permutations. I'll keep you in touch with what's happening with Russia-Bulgaria, as it impacts so much on Finland's chances. We'll try again with Axel Julien, who's had a good season in the Basketball Champions League. Dijon just missing out on going into the playoffs. Shots up is long, and another offensive rebound by Ousmane Kamara. Shots up mid-range is off, and finally Finland get the offensive rebound off Palmi's foot. Now Wilson, he needs to step up big time. Huff, Salin, they're the big 3. Shots up is off. It's the same spot as the last one he made. That was a heat check. Axel Julien played 6 games, averaging 3 points a game and a couple of assists. Julien, and that's a foul as he's tried to squeeze between 2 Finnish defenders. And Finland are racking up the fouls. They're going to be in team fouls. And they are in team fouls with a minute remaining in the first. Axel Julien, he's 100% from the free throw line. He's taken 2 and made 2 in this World Cup qualification campaign. That's 3 of 3 now. 1 of 1 in this game. 26 years old, 6 foot tall. Him and Albishi, 5'10" and 6 foot. But lightning quick and distribute the ball so well. Commentated on him when he played against Jerusalem in the final Basketball Champions League game, and he had a chance to win it for Dijon, just missed out. It was a fantastic game, fantastic effort by Dijon, but now it's for his country and for France, and shots up, and that's open, and that is good again for Finland, and Sassu Salin, Kanevo, Antti Kanevo. Finland are scrapping, they're fighting, just holding on to the coattails of this strong French group. Kamara. Ball's loose, more intensity on the defense, and they're going to run out of shot clock, France. And all of a sudden, a switch was flicked, and Finland started playing defense and scrambling on the ball in help. And playing defense without fouling. That was Limborn and Palmi and Wilson right there as well. And now Collet and his assistants, Rudy Nauholm and Pascal Donadieu, have something to talk about. And now Finland have 14.8 seconds to finish the quarter off, and Wilson will orchestrate things against Julien. And luckily that was a foul because the ball came off Cotti. And there is a foul. He's tried to reach with his left and then round with his right, and good call by the officials. But France aren't in team foul, so a smart foul. So 4.8 seconds, they need to get something up and quick. Wilson, another foul. Will they call that going to the basket? Howard in the game. William Howard of Limoges. 3 games, 4 points a game, but that's a foul there for him. Now Wilson tries again. Now he is fouled in the act of shooting, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. And he makes the first. 75.7% free throw shooter. And France will just run the clock down, and at the end of the first, here in Espoo, Finland, it's tied at 14s between Finland and France.
World. The FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it.
It's Kobe Bryant, the ambassador for the FIBA World Cup, and he will be at the finals draw on the 16th of March at Shenzhen. Here's the stats so far. France getting hot in the middle of that quarter with a couple of threes, which forced the Finland timeout. But since the timeout, Finland have dragged themselves back into this contest, and with those 2 free throws from Wilson, tie the game. Just to remind you, Russia are winning comfortably versus Bulgaria, which means if Russia win that game, Finland must win this game to remain just 1 game behind Russia, and then in Perm in Russia on Sunday. If that is the case, if Finland do win this game, then Finland can progress with a win of more than 2 points, which will better what Russia did against Finland when they beat Finland by 2 in overtime. So it's crucial now that Finland play the best 3 quarters probably of their recent history, but they know they can beat France, obviously with a slightly different squad, but a lot of the players that are here, 7 of the Finnish players that are in this squad played against France in Eurobasket 17 and game day 1 of the group stages in Finland. Finland won by 2. So they know they can beat them. Obviously, France beat Finland in this qualification campaign already. But now we are here and we're set for the start of the second quarter. And a quick whistle. Team fouls are set again. Back to 0, but Finland with a quick foul again. We're in team fouls and France were at the free throw line with a minute to go at the end of the first quarter. In comes Madsen, Alexander Madsen. Pressure is up on the ball. Julien versus Wilson. That's a good matchup. And the double team comes out for the trap. But that will leave someone open on the other side of the floor. And just as the shot clock was running down, there's a foul call as Uatra came in and tried to make the shovel pass. And Madston Beachy back in for Le Bleu. In line. Kamara inbounds to Noah, who played in the last game against Finland. 1 rebound, 1 assist. Shots up. Well, he's already bettered that. Amin Noah. Great three-point shooter playing for Asvel Lyon, the 22-year-old. Standing at 6'7". He's standing right in front of the ball, playing tough D. Oh, Madsen. And there's nothing going there, but off one leg, big time play by Tobias Palmi. He's stepping up. Others need to follow in order to stay in touch with Le Bleu. He's up to 5 points personal. Noah, he's stepping up for them with that big three just now. And then he's involved in a turnover. Back in comes Matthias Lassalle now. There's Henrik Detterman, been a servant to the Finnish national team for so long, in 2 spells. He's been with them since 2004, and with the German national team at the 2002 World Cup, where they got 3rd. So he knows about World Cups, he knows about success at World Cups. Can he pull off what would be a massive victory here in front of the adoring, sold-out Metro Arena crowd? Step back is off, but the rebound comes down and France corral it. And Kamara, who got that rebound, excuse me, Lassalle, who got the rebound, gets deep into the Finnish key and commits the foul. There's a reach there. And such responsibility on young shoulders, but he plays the game in the right way, and within his age group he's dominant. And it's the same with Maldon. Theo Maldon, number 11 for Le Bleu. If you're good enough, you're old enough. Wrap around pass, kick out, wide open three because the defense had collapsed. Better boxing out. The ball was allowed to bounce, and Canervo picks up the ball. And an up-down round layup for the Sajengi. And it's Madsen, number 20, doing a good job. And the noise gets louder as Finland take the lead. Albici, Lassalle with a high screen. And a charge is called. Wonderful play. Going the extra mile, scrapping for every possession, stepping out off the pick and roll, not letting it happen, and moving his feet, got tangled up. I'm not sure Vincent Collet will be happy with that, but Henrik Detterman will be very happy. Seppala comes in. Ilari Seppala. Salin, they're not going to let him get a good look, but he's got to get other people involved. Others going to take responsibility, then it will come back to Salin. If he just becomes a decoy on some of the plays, then he will get a look off a smart extra pass, maybe further down the offense, further down the game. Oh, Salin's called it now, and he's wide open. Really good wheelhouse type out of bounds. And now Finland lead by 3, and France take a timeout. There's France with 5 turnovers to Finland's 2. You see that last one was forced by great defense by Alex Madsden. Points from turnovers, Finland have got 6. France not been able to get any points from turnovers yet. They did have the open layup in the first, but Avicii decided to kick the ball back out. Lassi to Ovi, one of the assistants, and Detman is very much like a mentor to these young coaches, and of course to the players. You'd have seen them come through, the likes of Salin and Koponen, who's not here, but will be here, will be there on Sunday. But this is the time for the stars to rise, and that's one of them right there. Number 18 years old, Mikael Jantunen. He not only gives them playing time, Colle, and that's when he starts the young players. Julien is off for 3, but another offensive rebound. This time Axel Boutet in the action. Great job by Albici on the catch. And a really strong move by Neuer. And he's come to play. Played in the last game against Finland. But he's already got bigger stats. Oh, Salin comes back to the ball. Just short. He mustn't feel as though he's got to do it all. He's got good players around. Just let it happen. Let the action come to him. Another good pass inside, and that is not a foul. It's a travel. It's a couple of turnovers for Neuer. And here comes one of the young starlets, Theo Maldon. Just to put it in perspective in relation to France's number 11, he had the highest efficiency rating in a game in October in the France Pro A that no one had achieved at the age of under 18 since none other than Tony Parker, and he's already eclipsed that. Salin just can't get it to go with an efficiency rating of 26 in December, so he has no fear, just plays the game and picks out the right passes, and Neuer couldn't finish that. Finland by 1. Salin, good pass. Oh, what a block, not in this house. That's Lassalle, Matthias Lassalle. He's averaging 1.3 block shots. Well, there's one right there, and it leads to a score at the other end by Lassalle. He is running the floor, just playing paint to paint, straight down the middle of the floor. Gives France a nice balance. They know what he's going to give them. France by 1. Back and forth we go. France win, they win the group. Finland win. What an underhand move. Nothing underhand about that. Great move by Tobias Palmi. Finland by 1. France win, they win the group. Finland win, it goes to a head-to-head sudden death decider versus Russia, who at the moment are winning comfortably against Bulgaria. And if they beat Bulgaria, Finland have to win. No other result will do. Good defense, good stand by Finland. What a pass by Salin. Oh, but they can't finish it. He's got to be provider, and that was wonderful. Wonderful pass. Just couldn't quite get it to finish. It's going to be these little things, the little layups, the little misses, that will add up Laris Sapar. Got to make that. Maybe his left hand would have been a better option. But he felt he had the room to go round the other side. You make your decisions in a split second at basketball, especially at this level. Mbai to Maldon. Albici. What a great time for Maldon to be on the floor. Boutte kicks it back out. Albici all the time he needed. Great box out by Huff. Bring his experience and his big frame to the fore for Finland. He needs to go big tonight as well, in whatever way he can. Wide open shot is going and is just long for Juno Niinanen. Jantunen just couldn't catch, and Salin is trying to get everybody involved. But Jantunen just didn't have his hands out far enough, and the turnovers continue. And the stat that really comes out, 8 offensive rebounds for France, and Jantunen wasn't ready. He must have thought Salin was going to score. I think there's times when Salin has to shoot, but whenever he can, just be a provider, a facilitator for Finland. They're ranked 21 in the world. France are ranked 3. Boutte in and out. That was a really good look from mid-range from the Limoges star. Wilson. Benches are both rotating, everybody getting good time. And Tunen coming towards the ball, Mbai there in close attendance. Wilson behind the back. Wilson is good as he spins in the finger roll. What a move from Jamal Wilson. Number 31 for Finland. He sort of went up, protected the ball, and he's flipped it in as Finland can take a 4-point lead here. Playing for Liktabilis, playing in the Basketball Champions League this season. 34 years old now, 6'1". But he played in the World Cup 2014. Excuse me, played at Eurobasket 2017, not the World Cup. But many of these players for Finland did play in that World Cup when they made the group stages. And shots up. Axel Boutte getting his range from behind the arc. That's his first 3 points of the game. Bodies on the floor. And great play as Maldon went to the floor at the free throw line, and Niinanen coming in. Niinanen, Juho Niinanen. Finland by 3. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the half. At the end of the second quarter. Lesor, high screen. They've left Lesor, and another bounce pass, and a beautiful baseline dunk by Alex Boutul. High screen, Jantunen. Inside to Huff from Salin, who goes and back cuts beautifully. What a play. That is a joy for the crowd here at the sold-out Metro Arena to see Huff and Salin just connect with a beautiful bounce pass. But there's a lot of whistles, a lot of contact. And Finland will be going into team fouls now with a 3-point lead. It's getting that fine line of playing aggressive defense, getting all over the ball, getting in the passing lanes, but trying to do it without fouling, and that's just a brilliant pass. Salin sort of went away initially, not showing too much interest in that pass, and then cut hard to the basket. Great deception by Salin, a perfect pass by Sean Huff. Lahore Kanete back in the game, and Lesor 33% from the free throw line in his 4 games. Played well in the corresponding fixture. He had the best efficiency rating of 24 by many of the players in that game. And he's doing just doing his job, sticking to what he knows to help France, who are currently 1 point down in Finland. fake. Niinanen, oh, great fake, and he got all the way to the basket, and he tells the crowd that he's thinking clearly with the finger to the head. Or maybe he just said, did you see that? I'm not sure these days with all the different signs. And there's another good sign for France. Three's up and by. Such a top player and a key player for Bologna in the Basketball Champions League, who are playing in the playoffs, which get back underway when these World Cup qualifiers finish. Wilson from deep is off. And Lassalle just grabs the rebound and wraps it up with his elbows out. Tied at 31. 30 seconds remaining at the end of a pulsating first half between Finland in white, France in blue. Axel Arbici, and that's a travel potentially by Axel Boutte. He's done well, but that's not a turnover that was required by Le Bleu. And it's timeout. Finland will take their second timeout of the half, so we'll take a break. Hope you're enjoying the action here in Espoo, a sold-out Metro Arena. And here's some of the stats. 50% from two, and 27% from three, 41% from three, France. But they're getting a lot of extra possessions with their offensive rebounds. They've got 8 offensive rebounds compared with 2 from Finland. 8 assists for Finland compared with 9 from France. Remember, France are the #1 European team in these qualifiers for assists. At 22.1 assists per game. Points in the paint. Finland 14 to France 6. I said in the opening, points in the paint, 40 points per game France get. And that's plus 14.2 on Finland. But at the moment, Finland doing a better job than France. Also, points from the bench, keep an eye on that. 33.5 points a game France get on average. That's plus 9 over Finland. But both benches are being run freely. This is very much a team effort from both teams, which is great. It's pure basketball. It's not just giving the ball to one player and everybody getting out of the way. But Salin, who is the star of this Finland team, and the likes of Wilson, they wouldn't want that anyway. They want to share in success or whatever happens tonight. France with fouls to give. They want to do it together as a team. Yakuba Uratra with the foul. He just jumped forward, and as he jumped towards Wilson, he went left. Salin, back cuts, come back away from the ball, and it's a steal. It's great defense, and the dunk by Uratra. Great defense there. They just couldn't get the ball in, and they throw it up from deep, and that's not how Finland would have scripted the end of the quarter. But that was great defense. Collet used his timeout wisely. And at half-time, it's Finland 31, France 33. And Henrik Deciman, he not only coaches the players, he mentors the coaches. And here's the stats. 50% from 2, 25 from 3, France. Pick out what you can as the screens go through. There's the rebounding. And assists, 9-8 to France. Steals, 4-2 to Finland. There's the blocks and turnovers. 9 turnovers to France. They're only averaging 12.2 turnovers a game, so it's not their regular way of playing. So we've had some super play. There's an in by 3 there, just holding the follow-through perfectly. But different players stepping up. Salin getting open for a second there. They're just hanging off him. They don't want him to get off. But he's also made some good passes, some that have come off, some that players just haven't been able to finish or hang on to. And there's an Albici 3. So I hope you're enjoying the entertainment. Remember, at half-time. Russia have beaten Bulgaria 104-60, a massive win. So Finland have to win this game. There is no other permutation. France have to win this game in order to set up the game on Sunday in Russia, where they will need to win by more than 2 to go forward. And if France win, they win the group. But during the half-time break, please download the World Cup, FIBA World Cup qualification app, which will give you all the information about the qualifiers. Games going on all over the world, in the Americas, in Asia, in Europe and Africa. And give you some great articles, some great highlights. So please do that. And you're watching this live and exclusive on livebasketball.tv. Don't go anywhere. Finland-France resumes in the second half in a few minutes' time. Welcome back to Espoo in Finland, a sold-out Metro Arena. Over 7,000 people in here tonight, willing a victory for Finland. And at the moment, we're down by 2 to Le Bleu, who are out rebounding them by 10 rebounds. As we see, Theo Maldon, number 11, for Le Bleu, 17 years old, the youngest ever French Pro A All-Star this season, playing for Asphalt in the Euro Cup and in the France Pro A, putting up some good numbers in both competitions. But of course, Finland have their own rising stars in Jantunen, and they encourage the young players and the young coaches to perform and coach and play at the highest level. And talking of the highest level, Wilson and Salin are going to have to play potentially the greatest half of their basketball, certainly their international basketball careers. Salin didn't have a great showing last time against France. Just 5 points in 27 minutes, and he's really being kept to a minimum by France. He's having to take shots really quickly, but he's trying not to force it. He's made 1 3. And he's trying to set players up. Alexander Maslin has come in. He's playing. He's done a good job. And Ilari Seppala, who's played previously in the World Cup qualifiers, he's in. But young Madsen playing for gone to Gran Canaria for this season, and he's played in the Finnish national teams previously in the under-20s. He's just 24 years old, another young player, and can he step up, continue to step up and help this Finnish national team? Let's listen in to the pre-quarter chat from the coaches. And the referees have done a good job keeping on top of everything, as they always do, as the pressure mounts on Finland. France are already there. They're already at the FIBA World Cup. They're in the draw on the 16th of March in Shenzhen, one of the venues. Kobe Bryant will be there, Yao Ming will be there, Jason Derulo will be there, bringing you some great musical entertainment. And France will find out who they are put in a group with, but they have said, and Vincent Collet has said prior to this game, they want to keep winning. They want a number 1 seed in one of the 8 groups to avoid some of the other big countries until the later stages of the tournament. But this qualification campaign, Collet has been at the helm since 2009, has had so much success, and as he brings through the next crop of young players, including Theo Maldon, they're still in good shape. But can Finland, who now need to win the game, and again Salin just couldn't keep hold of the ball properly, it just popped out of his hand as he took the shot. Is the pressure getting to Finland? Can they dig deep, as Wilson alluded to in his pre-game interviews? They're going to have to dig deep, they're going to have to scrap, they're going to need Tuukka Kotti's experience. They've just got to play with a freedom, as free as they can. And another whistle. And Beachy and Wilson having an exchange of words there, and then finding the funny side of that, as Jamal Wilson's tried to get over the top of Albici. 2-point lead for Le Bleu, and now it's an offensive foul, and that's what Finland have got to do, and it's Salin leading the way on the defensive end. Let's just see what happens here. Kanate pushing Salin to the floor, and a good call. Collet, just very calm, has good coaches around him, and he knows the international game in and out. And of course, with Strasbourg, and he took over after Dettiman had a short reign there in the 2016-17 season. He left, and a great finish by Jamar Wilson, and the full court pressure's on, and France getting a tangle, and Wilson scores again while the highlights being shown. Watch this, left hand finish. All you kids finish with both hands, aspiring players. Then he got the steal again, and the highlight crew were showing us the highlight of the previous play. Wilson caught us all out there. He couldn't finish, and the pressure's on. Salin, Huff, Wilson, they got to do it at both ends of the floor. And the game is tied, all the threes, 33. Abici inside to Lassalle, and he just hasn't quite got the touch. Great rebounder, great hustler, just trying to find his touch inside. Oh, he's gone baseline. And Tuka Kotti just didn't move until Lassalle was halfway past him. Kurti has to come out after that. That's his, he's in some foul trouble, but he just didn't move. He's too upright, and then Lassalle having problems from the free throw line. Made one earlier. He's coming into this game 33%. And he knocks that one down. Now France puts some pressure on Salin. Hands it to Wilson. Great atmosphere here, created as they did for Eurobasket 2017 when Finland hosted one of the group stages. And Madsden spoke about him at the start of the quarter, going strong to the hoop. 7 centimetres. And he gets the roll. Doesn't get that, but they get an offensive rebound. Carl Lindbom just doing a job. Whatever you can do to help your team. Collet said it about the French team. Finland have got to do the same. Everybody doing their bit, and that's short, but they get another offensive rebound. It's just massive to get the extra possessions. 14-second shot clock, and Wilson blocked big time. But extra hustle by the players, and Finland will get it back with 3 seconds to go. That's a really big block by Lassalle. He's averaging over a block a game. They've got to get a quick option here. It's gone all the way over. And Salin just didn't have enough room to manoeuvre. Now they're going to have 1 second. Tied at 34. Russia have already won. Finland have to win this game to have any chance of challenging for the third spot in this group. Catch and shoot is blocked, and Huff! They're turning it down. They're saying that the buzzer had gone, but great effort by Huff, but they just getting problems just trying to get shots off. First it was Madsden, and then Huff on the catch in mid-air was able to get it in, but they need to get better looks than what they're getting. Abici, what can France do? And Wilson staying in front of him, the veteran, but he can't this time as Wilson steps forward and Abici attacks. Stays nice and low. See how low he is, his head, his body leaning forward at sort of Wilson's elbow height. Tough for Wilson to guard. Of course, he's a veteran now, 34. Got to leave everything out on the floor, he said. Got to lead by example in that as well. High screen by Kamara. And now shot clock running down on the French. Do they realise? And this time, France can't get a shot off. So that both teams just shutting each other down on the last couple of possessions. And Collet and Nalhom and Pascal Donadieu in deep conversation yet again for Le Bleu. Huff being guarded very strongly by Ouattara. Wilson. Salin not being allowed any space. But that, oh! What a block! Not in this house yet again. What athletes the French have. And that is above the rim and swatted out of bounds. New 14-second shot clock, and what a block. That is a highlight play of the highest order. Keeps the game tied. Wilson's gonna have to try and go up and throw it down himself if he can. Salin in motion. They get it in. They've got time. They've got to get it in the right hand. Salin, can he do something special for his team? He gives it to Wilson. Bounce pass, ball's loose. Madston couldn't grab the pass, but Salin gets back. Now Finland come, tied at 34. Shots up. Shot is just short, but Wilson gets offensive rebound. Ball's loose. Huff gets it. Limbom is good for three. Carl Limbom didn't play against the French in game day 8. They know about him now. Number 22 gives Finland the lead in this massive game. And that might be a travel call. Yeah, nice move, but he just shuffled his feet. He finished with his left hand, Kamara. But that was good defense. The help came. That was good job by Madston coming down with him. That just forced him to change his shot and shuffle his pivot foot. 3-point lead, but they've already been here once as Canervo comes in. 6 points against France last time. 1 rebound and 1 steal. They're going to need some of those steals in this second half to give themselves a chance. Wilson. No one can get a foothold in this game, and Wilson nearly loses that. Such a good matchup, those two. Looking for the screen and roll. Madston back outside this time. Salin is wide open. He won't get a better look tonight. Excuse me, Canovo. A couple of times I've got those players mixed up, but Canovo won't get a better look tonight. And what a nice shot by Amin Muir. He had a good first half, and he's continuing it in the third quarter, and Limbom with the foul. Nice job by Amin Muir at 6'7", the 22-year-old Asvel Lyon player. France will not wilt, so they won't go away. Finland will have to play an almost perfect second half to get this win. Got so much talent, young and not so young in this French squad. And Noah completes the 3-point play. It's his first free throw of the campaign. So ball with Huff in the post, and there's a foul away from the ball. Axel Julien. As Canervo was in motion trying to get open. France are just forcing other players to make big shots. Canervo's had a couple of open looks. So if the French have to help, they will help off certain players. Good job by Huff. They just got the ball in within the 5-second count. Now Wilson looking for options inside. Great pass. Jantunen kept the cut going. That's beautiful interior passing by the team in white, Finland. It's a great moment for young Mikael Jantunen. And really good play by Madston, but I think it's a foul. But I like the intent, and so will Henrik Detterman. They just pick it up without any warning. And Julien, I'm not sure I agree with that. And that would have been a turnover potentially. And again, Finland in team fouls early, just over halfway through the third. And Axel Julien continues his perfect record from the line in these qualifiers. 3 of 3 tonight, 2 of 2 prior to tonight. He's played the 6 games out of the 10 so far. And Tupacotti is coming back in. He's on 4 fouls. That's an interesting play. He's now got to really play smart. He's one of the veterans on this team. Here's another one, Wilson. Great play, but Huff can't get the finish. And the ball's loose and out of a good pass. France are on the run. Great defense from Le Bleu. Julien, guarded by Huff. Inside. Neuer, pass fake over the top of Canervo. Double team comes. Good play. And the steal on the other side by Huff. Super play on the ball. And then Huff off ball. Wilson. Guarded by Albici, as he's been most of this game. Kuti. Canervo, can he get one to go? Looks at Jantunen, shot clock running down. Jantunen's going to go himself, and he scores, but it's on the ground, on the floor before he went into his shooting motion. But such confidence. Wilson shows, he says, no, I've got this. And why not? Be confident. It's great times to be playing for these French and Finnish squads, because they will give youth a chance. And there's coach Rudi Nalholm. Wilson, and left hand, and because he went left hand and held it out to the left hand side of his body, this time Kamara, and the French defense couldn't make a big block. Wilson, 11 points. Didn't play against France in game day 8. He's making a big impact as the ball rolls around the hoop, and Jantunen ends up with the rebound. It's a 2-point lead for Finland. Here comes Wilson back out to Huff. He's good for 3. Biggest lead of the game for either team. And it's timeout here in Espoo, Finland. Joyous scenes for the sellout crowd as Wilson drives and kicks in mid-air, and Huff knocks it down. Big moment for Finland. Can they capitalise? France stop the momentum. Timeout, Vincent Collet. Some of the field goals going through, 26% and 41% for Finland and France, but they've got to keep bombing away, and Huff, if you're open, you've got to keep letting those threes fly, and Huff there, he's 1 of 3 from behind the arc. Big games need big plays, and turnovers. France 4 above their average with 16 turnovers. Finland with just 7. This has got the makings of an absolute classic. Finland lost by 2 to Russia in overtime here in the last window, then bounced back and beat Bosnia-Herzegovina in an incredible game. They were down big throughout the game, and about 20 down or 19 down going into the final quarter, and they ended up winning that by 4 to put themselves in this position, which they know now they have to win this game. There's no other option, with Russia already having beaten Bulgaria by 44 points in Volgograd. So, how will France respond? They're 5 down for the first time tonight. Axel Julien, the Dijon playmaker, up against Sasu Salin. Wide open shot. Now it goes from 3 to 2, and it was a good decision by Le Bleu. And Amin Noor just had the 1 rebound and 1 assist in the last game against Finland. Now he's got 10 points, playing a lot more minutes Only played 1 minute 49 seconds in that game, and Finland missed their three, but great rebound by the young up-and-coming Finnish star. He's 18, he's got 18 on his back. It's Mikael Jantunen. Just great play, 2 of 2, 4 points. And a good help side there by Jantunen. And the pass was thrown right over the top of Boutet, and France are under pressure now. There's been a high turnover of players, which Coach Collet spoke about. NBA and EuroLeague players come in and for certain windows, but now it's down to this 12 to ensure they qualify, ideally in first place. And look at Jantunen go. The leash is off. Hero is being born. He's done well at under 18 level. Massive stats, a double-double at the Euros under 18s last summer, and now he's doing it for the senior team. Now France are under pressure, being tested. Lassor, Boutet, big moment, and he deals with the big moment. And he knocks down the three, number 95. Limoges star, former Alain Chalon. Ilari Sepala. Sepala stops, looking for other options. Back outside to Huff. Shot clock running down. Kuti just couldn't get that to go, and Jantunen right at the hoop. It's going to be an incredible final minute of the third quarter, and then the fourth to finish. And Matthias Lassor quietening the crowd. Sepala. Big moments for both teams, and the ball's knocked loose. Another turnover, and the alley-oop is brilliantly taken by Lassor, and we are tied. 5-0 run by the French, and Boutet just trusted Matthias Lassor to grab it and finish, and he did it with his fingertips. Reward the big man for all he does, especially when he's running. And that's a foul on Lassor. That was a flop. I could see that from my commentary position here in Espoo. So now France in team fouls. And that's fortunate for Tuka Kotti, because he would have been fouled out if it had gone the other way. Instead, he goes to the free throw line. Big free throws for Finland. They knocked down both, Kotti, with massive shots. 7 of 9, Finland. 8 of 9, France. And Kotti being protected with his 4 fouls. But he's really had a big impression there on the game. Now, Axel Julien, he made Madsden back off, but he couldn't make the floater. That's his shot. The way he plays and his size, that shot's designed for the players like him, and of course Tony Parker, who's retired now from the French national team, one of the great players and exponents of that. And Salin is one of the great exponents from behind the arc, and his time expires. Finland restore their 5-point lead. What a game. What a qualification campaign it is. Finland 53, France 48. End of 3 quarters. Salin coming to the party just at the right moment. He's up to 10 points. Don't forget, download your World Cup qualification app, and that app will continue throughout this weekend to give you great information. There's the free throws, which I mentioned, 78 and 89% free throw shooting, and it's a real credit to both teams, and a bit of frustration there from Abici, but it was always going to be like this. Two proud nations, number 3 and number 21 in the world for the FIBA rankings. France have already qualified, but Vincent Collet is saying that's not enough. We want to win this group. We want to be in the top 8 of the teams going to the FIBA World Cup in the world rankings, so they get a number 1 seed in one of the groups. They don't want any let up. At the moment, they are under extreme pressure, as we see Jantunin with his couple of buckets, and Huff with a massive 3 on the kick out from Wilson. So it's big plays, big moments, and this was a big play. Matthias Lassalle, another young French athlete playing for Malaga in Spain, 23 years old, 6'9", real hard worker. Now Collet and his coaching staff have 10 minutes to turn this around. They play the Czech Republic, who are in second in this group. They don't want to lose this and then have to make sure that they win that game or lose by less than they beat Czech Republic in the earlier game between those two teams. Shots up, and rebound is an offensive one for France. They want to win the group tonight, but that will unfortunately mean that Finland won't be able to qualify for the World Cup. But that is sport at the highest level. Someone's joy is somebody else's frustration and misery, and no frustration there for Adsel Boutet. Great moves, backing his player down, and a jump hook off the glass. High difficulty shot made to look easy. 3-point lead for Finland. Hope you're enjoying the action here on livebasketball.tv. Every game of every qualification for the FIBA World Cup is being shown. That's another tough shot, and Wilson playing like a leader he is, scrapping for every point and showing that he's focused, as it's the biggest game of his career. Lassalle looking for options, back outside to Atra, inside. Lassalle's going to go up, and he misses. Tough shot, defensive rebound by Carl Lindbom, doing a good job for his country. Crossover, oh, and left-handed finish from the right, and it's a foul by Axel Julien. Oh, great crossover. I think if he'd finished with his right, being hypercritical, if he'd finished with his right, he would have made that. These great players can finish off either foot, either hand from either side of the hoop. Now Wilson. Total hush. Wilson, 100% tonight, 4 from 4 from the line. And total concentration as Finland extend their lead to 7. They've got to stay in the moment, play by play. But if they can win, they have a chance to go to China by beating Russia on Sunday. And blocked, but out of bounds, so it's still France ball. Alex Madsden, could he have, let's see, he's made the block. Has it gone straight out of bounds? I think it did. Obviously, the best thing would have been block it and then save it. Oh, great spin, but couldn't get elevation. And Finland, with a 3, can go 10 points up. Pull up for 2 is in and out by Wilson. He sort of releases the shot off to the side of his body there. He just tugged it a touch left, like a golfer just pulling a putt an inch to the left of the target. Abici, wrap around pass, ball's loose, back out and off and out of bounds. And Lassalle is conversing with Abici, and it's a timeout. And at the moment, Finland by 7. And as I said, they can't look ahead. It's a French timeout here in Finland. keeping you abreast of the other games in this group. Czech Republic are winning by 6 against Bosnia-Herzegovina in the Czech Republic. Serbia. It's in Group L, beating Estonia. There's the 2 and 3 points percentages. But if France lose and Czech Republic win, that brings those two closer together. And it would go down to the Czech Republic having to beat France by a bigger margin than France beat them in the earlier clash. So, as I say, Finland trying to take the permutations out by getting a win tonight. Long way to go. And the inbounder gets the shot. It's just off. Albici gets it back. Another 14-second on the shot clock off the offensive rebound. Lassalle back outside for threes. Just short. Offensive rebound. Lindbom, he is playing big. And here comes Wilson. And he's fouled as Finland playing with great gusto and energy and effort. Wilson leading the charge. Now Beachy stopping any sort of fast break and just being played in great sporting respect, especially between those two guys. And inside, and a foul as Alex Madsden, perfect pick and roll, dive to the hoop, and the help defense got there too late. 2 shots coming up for Alex Madsden. And Canaria start, playing in the ACB. He's 2 from 4 from the line tonight, Madsden, doing a good job for his team. 8-point lead, 7 minutes 23 remaining. Henrik Dedeman sitting there calmly with his young coaches. The 60-year-old, this would be a massive win if they can pull it off, but France will not be taking their foot off the gas. Lassalle again steps through, and Madsden this time going for the block. And Wilson saying just come across and put 2 hands up, but he had to come quite a way, but he was in position just to, Salin was there in front, just for Madsden just to put 2 hands up, make Lassalle shoot over the top. He's not got the best of touch around the hoop, Lassalle, and he makes the free throws though, 33% coming into tonight, and now he knocks down a big free throw, not wasting any time, and he knocks down the second. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. So Lahu Konate guarding Wilson, 6-point lead. Finland, Lassalle up to 11 points as Wilson leaves the floor, nearly travels, but Salim was able to help him. Wilson hesitates, pulls up, and that is a really tough shot with Konate all over him, playing great D, hands straight up, he shoots it through the arms and over the top. Finland by 8. But how can France affect the game now as Boutet is long, and there's a foul called, and I think it's by the reaction to the crowd. It's Madsden now, he's got to be careful in relation to his fouls. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 points, and that's his full foul, and he's taken out. So another 1 man out, next player in. That's got to be the attitude for Finland, and Kotti is in and he's on 4. So they have some foul trouble, Finland, but great steal back to Niinanen, I think it is, excuse me, Carl Lindbom, and Wilson gets it knocked away. It's Carl Lindbom with that steal. Role players becoming stars before our eyes. That's 8-point lead. And Wilson to the line for 2 shots. He's 100% tonight. And he continues to be that way. 75.7% free throw shooter coming into this game. So massive improvement if this continues. And he looks completely in the zone. 9-point lead for Finland. And they put some pressure on, good move. But Cotti does not want to make any more fouls, but his mere presence causes the French to turn it over. And France are in real trouble now, 10 points down. Finland have a chance to extend their lead and take Group K to the final game day 12, to decide who's going to get third. Finland or Russia. If Finland can close this out, long way to go. Salin inside, Cotti, what can he do? Turns, shoots, just short. Good look as he elevated up and over the French defender. Albici hesitates, goes hard. Good defense though by Limbom. He's playing great. Just with freedom on the defensive end. Lesor, and now as Lesor, oh, it's a hook. And Finland possibly get away with one because Lesor had done that to Cotti on the other side of the key earlier in the game when Lesor drew the foul this time. Let's see if there's a hook. And he's hooked him. That is a clear offensive foul. Kuti just stayed still. But Lesor with a double-double. 11 points, 10 rebounds. That's 3 fouls and 5 turnovers for Lesor. And Finland, who are in control at the moment. Oh, and it's a great job by Amin Noor. Carl Lindholm doing a great job. 6'9", playing at Rosa Radom, but then they go to youth now with Jantunen. Just have to keep their heads, Finland, and they can live to fight another day in this group, in the road to China. 31st of August to the 15th of September will be the World Cup finals. 12 teams from Europe across the 4 groups will be qualifying. France and Czech Republic already qualified from this group. Albici, great ball movement from the French. The shot's just off, but another offensive rebound, extra possession. Now Maldon, the 17-year-old female for France. Albici. And offensive foul, and Wilson is playing potentially the game of his career. Certainly in a Finland shirt. Osman Kamara, adjudged to have committed an offensive foul off the ball, getting tangled up with Wilson. 4:40 remaining. Jantunen handles the ball against Noor. Huff, Wilson. Cotti stays in the game on 4 fouls. Salin, as Wilson pulling the strings, hesitates. And trying to make a wraparound left-handed pass in mid-air. Doesn't quite happen. And Huff. Shot clock running down. Salin, he's going to put it up for 3. Just long. But the ball's loose. Great effort. France have it. Ball's loose again. But here comes Le Bleu. Noor. Albici looking for options. Noor. Maybe he'd back down Salin. And a defensive foul. He'd try and get to his spot. Salin with with his first foul of the game. And it's timeout here in Espoo, and it's a Finland timeout. They lead by 10. And they need to win the game for qualification for third spot between them and Russia, who they play in Russia on Sunday for that game. To have it all riding on that game. Finland will need to win by more than 2 points to definitely qualify in third. Another massive game for them.
They bonus, so get the ball inside and run the shooter's play. When Shaw catch it, Tuukka, take your time with Sasu. And if they refuse it like they did, Jammu dive, Mikki up, they refuse it, got to the basket. In any situation, when you have a taller one, attack the close-up. They bonus, we swing the ball from Mikki, that's the matchup we want to attack. So think about it.
Time out there by assistant coach. It's Lassie Tuovi. 21 turnovers from the French. They only average 12 or so a game. There's Alexander Chasson, he hasn't played yet this evening, the Dijon player. It's a 10-point lead. France average 78.6 points a game and Finland 76.1 points a game. Both teams are below that average at the moment. In what's been it was a slow start in the first quarter. Took a few minutes before any of the teams scored. And good touch by Amin Ewart. He continues his perfect record from the line. It's been a great exhibition of free throw shooting by both teams. 11 of 12 and 12 of 15 for Finland. 12 of 13 now. So, plenty of time for France to get back into this. Can Finland hold their nerve? Keep their hopes alive of a third-place qualification berth from this group. Huff. Still Huff. And it remains with Finland trying to take on Maildon. Great experience for the young French rising star. But while the highlight was shown, Finland scored. I'm sure we'll look back at that again. And it's a 10-point. Here it comes. Great inbounds. And Sasu Salim gets an easy score under the basket. And now the defense really ramping up for Finland. But with a nice, calm move, Amin Ewart, 22 years old, 6'7", from Asvel Lyon, scores and silence the crowd, and Jantunen, being left with ball handling duties, commits an offensive foul, and the referees will not change their mind, even though Jamal Wilson comes across, and that's really good effort. Great extra effort on defense by Noah. Is this the time for Jantunen to be handling the ball at midcourt? They've just got to reduce their risk percentage, Finland now. Get the ball in the hands of Wilson or Salin. And Jantunen, get him further down the floor. So, sideline possession for the French. They're thinking about a deep three. Axel Julien, extra pass from the corner is good for three. And just like that, it's a 5-point game. Albici on the bench, Boutte on the bench. It's a team effort from both teams, and that potentially would have been an offensive foul. It's really heating up. Great effort from Julien. It looks as though Wilson had pushed him off, but nothing called. Nothing called there, and with both teams in team fouls, Wilson will go to the line. Still hasn't missed. 8 of 8. 19, 20 points now. 6 assists, 4 rebounds. (21 points, 9 of 9 from the line. Julien, penetrate, kick, shots up, and good for 3. Same player. almost the same spot. This is not over. I will not talk about any permutations until after the game is over. Finland know what they've got to do. France know what they've got to do. Wilson, Salin for three, is off, and he was really defended closely by Julien. Almost fouling the Finland sharpshooter. Wilson left hand, he's played that shot so perfectly tonight. Left-handed layup, no one can stay with him. He is having an all-star performance. Great back cut. And the layup, I thought Noah would have just gone up and thrown that down. 4-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Jantunen, they're leaving him with the ball, which is great confidence by the coaching staff, and he's got it over half court and now into the hands of Wilson. High screen coming from Cotti. Nothing doing there, brings it out. Shot clock running down, hesitation, goes, left hand is good! Brilliant play from a brilliant player. Jamal Wilson is dragging Finland towards a chance of third place and qualification from this group for the World Cup in China. What a game. Timeout in Espoo. And there's the bench points. France around their average of 31. 33.5, but Finland doing a lot better than their normal 9 points behind. They're averaging about 24 from the bench. So doing a much better job there, staying on the coattails of the French. Points in the paint. Look at Finland there, 34 to 18. So, Jamal Wilson, 25 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, doing everything he can to drag and scrap, and with great skill and precision, get Finland to the World Cup. They played in the 2014 edition in the group stages in Spain in 2014. They want to get back there, and with a win tonight and a win against Russia, by more than 2, they will definitely be back. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because Julien for 3 is just off. Salin with a rebound. Whatever it takes to get the job done for both teams. Wilson. 6-point lead for Finland. Wilson nearly loses the ball to Huff. Shot clock running down. Huff for 3 is long. Defensive rebound. Julien, open floor. For 3, Naya is good in transition. What a shot by Amir Noah. 3-point lead for Finland. They had their heart broken by Russia here earlier in the campaign as Neuer fouls. They had the lead against Russia. Russia came back and won in overtime. They had the lead here tonight against France. Can they hold on? Same sort of situation as it was against the Russians. Wilson, who's been superb tonight, with an efficiency at the moment of 28. The best efficiency on the French team is 18 by Amir Noah, and the free throws continue to be poured in. And the substitutions. Tobias Palmi comes in for the last minute. Everybody getting some action on the Finnish squad. Just Chasson on the French squad, who hasn't seen action yet this evening. France, 5 down. Maldon with the ball. Can the 17-year-old do something incredible? He tried, but it was off. They get another option. Noah for 3 is way off. Defensive rebound into the hands of Salim. And Finland are nearly there. They've just got to pass their way out of trouble, spread the floor. Now they're in the half court. And Salim, 7-second differential. 5-point lead for Finland. It's been a wonderful occasion here at the Espoo Metro Arena in Finland. And Finland will go on, it seems, if they hang on, to try and get third spot with a head-to-head versus Russia on Sunday. Salim makes it slightly more secure with that free throw. 6-point lead, 2-possession game. This one would really help as well. And he knocks it down, nothing but net. Collet on his feet. And the crowd here at the Espoo Arena on their feet. France will potentially just dribble this out. And the pressure's up. Maldon wants to try and get a shot up. If he makes a 3, you never know. Julien for 2. And a timeout. 8 seconds remaining. 5-point lead here at the Espoo Arena. Finland nearly there, but never say never when Le Bleu are in town. Let's listen into the timeout. Here's the game leaders, Wilson. Jantunen, 18 years old, 7 rebounds.
Shawnee flera aikaa. Sen jälkeen Mikke screeni. Wherever Jammu goes, this is all empty. Wherever Jammu goes, Mikke goes opposite and Sean comes back to get the basketball in the middle. Mikke, saitko kiinni? Jos Jammu menee ylös, sä menet tohon auki ja Shawnee flashaa sieltä. Reverse opening.
Here's the French game leaders. Neuer with 19 points. Lassalle 10 rebounds. Part of his double-double. Finland just been able to gain superiority in this second half and gradually drag the lead, which they had up to 9 points was their biggest lead. In fact, 10 points. Now they lead by 5 with 8 seconds remaining and the ball. Just 14 seconds on this shot clock as they've advanced the ball. And Salim was open there. Chose not to give it to him, and Wilson avoids all the contact and scores with a high floater right at the buzzer. And Finland have done it here at the Espoo Arena, Metro Arena. They win 74-69 over France. And with Russia winning as well, it sets up a mouth-watering matchup between Finland against Russia in Russia. If Finland win by more than 2, they will definitely get third place, because they will be on the same win-loss as Russia with a win, and 2 points is the difference on the head-to-head. Final score, Finland 76, France 69. As the players exchange pleasantries and shake hands, Finland must be so happy. Brilliant comeback against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Now beating France in front of their adoring fans. Sellout crowd at the 7,600 capacity Espoo Metro Arena. Congratulations to Finland. They go on to Perm in Russia on Sunday. which is going to be an extraordinary game. And Koponen potentially will be there on Sunday to help them in their calls. And what a great addition he will be to this Finnish team. As for France, they battled, had some big performances from Amin Noor, who's the pick of their team, and a double-double from Lesor. And here are the game stats. 86% and 92% from the free throw line. There's the 3 points and 2 point percentage. Rebounds, France with a 10 rebound advantage and a four offensive rebound advantage. 4 blocks to France, 21 turnovers. Almost double their average. That's what really hurt them. And Finland were able to capitalise off a lot of the turnovers. Here's Finland, 29 points for Wilson, 7 points for Jantunen, and 6 for Wilson on the assists. He is the #1 assists maker in European qualification. There's the steals, blocks and turnovers. And the points, top scorers, Wilson, Salin and Palmi for Finland. And for France, Noor, Lassot and Boutet for France. It's been a fantastic victory. The occasion has been as we wanted and expected. And Finland with an all-round performance, getting a great output from their stars. Jamal Wilson, the pick of the bunch, 29 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, no turnovers for Wilson. They only had 8 turnovers. Excuse me, 10 turnovers, 8 steals, 10 turnovers. Did Finland, and France had 21 turnovers. So plus 11 Finland on the right side of that turnover count. So looking at the highlights, Boutet with a nice jump hook off the glass there. And Wilson just scored in so many ways. That's a tough shot. But Wilson taking the lead in this game, as he said before the game, and I read some of the quotes to you pre-game, and he delivered. It's all right saying those things, but he delivered tonight to ensure that Finland are still in contention for 3rd spot in this group, which is a qualification group. And there's Wilson finishing off the game, and that was a great block by the French there. So Russia winning in Botivgrad, Bulgaria. Finland winning here. Russia have the 1 game better record. But with a win by Finland, Finland are 6-5. Go to 6-5 if they now can beat Russia. They will qualify in 3rd place. So the crowd have been entertained royally here in Espoo tonight. And some great pictures there being shown. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Here's the groups. France and Czech Republic both qualified. Russia and Finland will be vying for that 3rd spot, with the game in Perm, Russia on Sunday. Hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned for livebasketball.tv. Games all over the whole weekend, all times and day, all times of the night. It's a wonderful view here from above the Metro Arena in Espoo. Good night from Finland. Enjoy the rest of your basketball weekend.